Newly released documents show that Michigan boy who was found alive in his father's basement may have been abused. And in disturbing details, 12-year-old Charlie Bothell told investigators he was forced to endure grueling exercises twice a day. We're talking like 100 push-ups, 200 sit-ups, 5,000 revolutions on an elliptical. Just bizarre and disturbing, as I said. So HLN legal contributor and attorney Ebony Williams joins me now to break this all down. Wow. You know, I hear this. I hear it's a 12-year-old. No charges have been filed. And I'm wondering why. Why is it taking so long if his allegations are indeed legit?
No, I know, and it sounds really egregious. But, you know, there's this thing, due process, right, that says that we've got to let all the facts come out and then let this investigation unfold. And then, you know, when county prosecutors feel like there's been enough evidence, I absolutely feel like we'll move forward in charging with this. They've got a hearing coming up. I think we're going to find out a lot more and hopefully get to that resolution.
It does seem like it's taken a lot of time, and you probably know better than I do how long that process takes and how much weight a 12-year-old has on this and what his account is. Do they have other evidence that they're gathering other than just the statements? One of the things Charlie says is that his father and stepmother beat him with a PVC pipe.
Yes. And so far, that looks like that might be corroborated with the evidence, Lynn. Investigators, that was one of the early pieces of evidence we knew about this case. Even before he was found, they found the bloody PVC pipe and bloody clothes. So that goes to bolster the credibility of young Charlie, and certainly if that keeps happening, I suspect charges will be filed.
Now, stepmom was arrested for a separate case. She has not been charged in this either. But and both parents maintain their innocence, we should say. Right. But it's sort of one of those cases. He's now with his real mother, I understand.
Yes.
But the father had been trying to reach him and trying to communicate with him. Do we know whether or not he's had any progress? He's talked to him?
So far, Lynn, he has talked to him on the phone. I know of at least one time, but it wasn't because young Charlie reached out to his dad. Young Charlie called his grandmother's house, and then she gave the phone to the father. But short of that, I don't think there's been any communication. And that's by design, Lynn, because the investigators want to make sure they're preserving the integrity of the statements that young Charlie's going to make and that he's not being misled or given pressure to say certain things that his father wants him to say. So the best way to avoid that is keep the contact at a minimum until such time as a court says, you know what, we've evaluated him, conversations are safe, and they can move forward.
Well, and also you keep in mind it's a 12-year-old, so I'm sure the process of interviewing him with police is a sensitive one, and it does take some time. Ebony Williams, thanks so much for being with us.
Lynn.
Have a good rest of the weekend.
You too.